This is for Capricorn for 2026. Bring that X back. And Capricorn, I've already pre-shuffled your deck for you today. Before I do jump into the reading, I do want to let you know that every one of these messages will not resonate for every one of you Capricorns. But for the Capricorns that it does resonate for, take it. And what doesn't resonate, leave the rest behind for someone that it will. Of course, you can check the rest of my videos throughout my page because I'm sure you'll find a message. These messages are timeless, and also the roles can be reversed. So let's jump right in. Capricorn, again, like I said, I've already pre-shuffled your deck, and the first card that came out for you today is Distance. So, for some of you Capricorns, you might possibly be in a current relationship, a current committed relationship. But you find yourself either physically or emotionally distant between you and your person. And I feel like this is a current person that you are maybe emotionally distant with. But for a lot of you, you might have went through some type of divorce, okay? Because divorce came out. So you might have been through some form of divorce. And I do feel like this is really affecting your current relationship, with your trust issues, with your fulfillment. You know, maybe you started off in this relationship and it felt comfortable at first, but for a lot of you, you are just reassessing what it is that makes you happy. For some of you, you might be playing detective, trying to find something in a relationship that is not right, because you're not completely over or have healed from this past. I do feel like for a lot of you that you've done a lot of self-healing, but ultimately you still carry a lot of wounds from your past, from this past relationship. This past relationship, this divorce or this long-term relationship, for a lot of you, you were with this person for a while. It did a lot of damage to you. Left a lot of wounds and scars to you that you now today are having to still think about. You're triggered by different things in your current relationship from things that you felt like you were past from your other relationship. But the thing about healing is that it's funny, because when you heal, you don't actually know what you are still triggered by until you get into a new relationship, until you are in a relationship. Because it takes another person to mirror to you what it is or how far that you've come. And for some of you Capricorns, you are reassessing how far you've come, and even why you feel this way about this current person. Because I do feel like for some of you, you either might have gotten married to this person, you are in a long-term committed relationship, or you're engaged. This is not, just boyfriend and girlfriend. This is like long-term. And I do believe that you have some form of guardian watching over you. This guardian that's watching over you has sent a direct message. This direct message that they sent while I was meditating was in the forms of saying to you, whatever that you choose, make sure you follow your heart. Because they've seen you go through a lot in your life of love time, of your love, of your love life rather. And in your love life, you have taken the brunt of having to shrink, of being treated unfairly, belittled, devalued, made to feel unworthy, made to feel like you were trapped for some of you. And this guardian that's watching over you, they could either be a parent that passed, they could be a relative that's passed, somebody that's close to you is watching you closely. And when it comes to love, they have watched you go through it. They've watched you go through it. The World and the Knight of Cups came out with this Guardian as underlying feelings. And this Guardian is definitely wanting you to be happy. Not just be happy and not just be comfortable, but be fulfilled. It's a difference. It's a difference, like a sense of belonging. Someone that you feel that in your heart of hearts, you don't have to second guess for nothing. You don't have to worry or wonder about this person not being your person. And that's why your guardian is telling you to follow your heart. Because for a lot of you, you go through self-sabotage when it comes to relationships. And what I mean by that is that when it is the real thing, because a lot of you have manifested this person. This could be a Leo, this could be a Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. And I feel like this past person could be one of those signs also too. They could be a Leo, they could be a Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. What I feel like is your current person is more of a fire sign. And your past person may be an earth sign. So that's what I'm getting with that. But, or air sign. Virgo. Or air sign. Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius. And I don't know, those signs are just, they're just standing out for me. But I feel like you and your current person may be having some communication issues right now. But I do want to let you know that this is Mercury retrograde. And during Mercury retrograde, communication can get lost in translation. But also, it's also a time to bring to the surface what needs to be worked on. And this person might have come into your life, this current person might have come into your life for a reason. Because for a lot of you, whoever this past person is, they definitely are very prideful, okay? And your current person might be a little prideful also too. And that could be triggering for you. Because for a lot of you, you felt you stepped away from that type of relationship and you wouldn't go back to it. You would no longer go back to something where someone has that much of an ego that they don't either see it, or if they're called on it, they will work on it or acknowledge it. But what I do feel like too with the two of you is that you're being triggered by past ego. And also this current person who you're with could have the same healing triggers that you have. Because that's what happens also too. You don't attract what you want. It don't work like that. You know, I wish that it did, because we all would attract what it is that we want. No. Listen, Linda. Linda, listen. We attract who we are. We don't attract what we want. We attract who we are. So whatever version of yourself that you are, that's what you'll attract. That's what it is. It's the laws of the universe. It's the way, it's like basically God letting us know, if you want stability and security, if you want the 10 of Cups, then be the 10 of Cups for yourself first. And not only that, don't allow the past version of yourself to affect your current reality. I love you guys. Till the next time, Capricorns. Mwah! And this is exactly why I created my Soul Love Reset. Because some of you are not confused. You're just energetically bonded to someone who's blocking you from your next chapter. You already know what the issue is. What you need now is support in releasing this attachment. And this is what this one-on-one with me, Coach Holly, is for. Soul Love Reset session, one-on-one. What we'll focus on is why this person still has access to your energy. What emotional trauma bond is keeping this cycle alive? And what is needed to be released in order for you to walk into your next chapter clean and clear? This is not just a reading. This is transitional work. This is about helping you to shift from where you are to where you want to be. My Soul Love Reset is 111. That's $111. And that number is not by mistake. 111 is a number for new beginnings, alignment, and stepping into a new timeline. It represents you choosing yourself. I mean, let's be real. We'll spend over $100 on a fancy meal, thousands of dollars on a bag, thousands of dollars on devices or quick fixes or a lifestyle that makes us feel comfortable for the moment. But the investment that you make that changes your life the most is the one that you make inside of yourself. This investment is for your healing, your peace, your identity, your emotional freedom, and your future. And what you receive is worth far greater than the number that's attached to it. Think of it as like recharging your battery, but gaining the clarity, the strength, and the momentum to stop repeating this cycle that you're in. This is not for those who just want to hear something nice. This is for those who are really ready for real change. For the ones who are aware, the ones who know their patterns, and the ones who are really ready to take a real leap. I've been preparing y'all for this all season long, helping you to discover the root, helping you to understand the lesson. And now I'm giving you a container to transition. Ready to make an investment in yourself today and step into your next chapter? Click my link tree in my bio for Coach Holly 777 and make the decision to choose yourself today, because tomorrow is just not promised, and your healing no longer needs to wait. This is your season of rebirth, baby. So choose alignment, choose your healing, and choose you. I love you. Mwah. Coach Holly loves you. Mwah.